2022 NFL draft class was widely regarded as a weak quarterback class. The NFL clearly agreed with this sentiment as there was only one quarterback taken in the first round, Kenny Pickett. Today, we're here to talk about another quarterback from the same class who was taken in the fifth round, and that is Washington Commanders quarterback Sam Howell. I am on record as a Sam Howell believer all the way back to his time at the University of North Carolina, and today I want to show you why I think he's the answer for the Commanders that they have been searching for years. Sam Howell has a knack for making big plays. He has plus-level arm talent to pair with above-average athleticism for the position. What impresses me most about Sam Howell, though, is his accuracy on deep passes. He has made beautiful throws, including down the near and far sidelines, that are objectively impressive. One area Sam Howell needs to show improvement heading into year two is that he needs to be more consistent. This issue was prominent in his college tape as well, but I think having another year under his belt and a new offensive coordinator with Eric Bieniemy is going to help Sam Howell take strides in this department. In Kansas City, Eric Bieniemy worked with one of the best offensive minds in the NFL, Andy Reid. They ran a West Coast style offense with a lot of RPOs built in. Howell ran a similar but different offense with some similar variations in college, where he established himself as an NFL prospect. I think the pairing of Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy in Washington is going to be a good one, and by season's end, I think Sam Howell will be looked at as the starter for Washington for the remainder of his rookie deal and possibly the foreseeable future. With that being said, I want to get into the film and show you why I feel so strongly about what I saw in Sam Howell's game from the 2022 NFL season. On this first play, Washington is going to be working a levels concept to the left side of the field with a smash concept to the right. Terry McLaurin is going to press this middle field defender, working this middle of the field shallow crosser. Howell glances to the first two reads of the smash concept and sees his receivers don't have enough of a step on their defenders. He works to his third read, Terry McLaurin, working the middle of the field. He's just crossing face of the middle field defender and has the leverage advantage here. Howell gets the ball out in front of McLaurin and on his body, where he catches the ball and runs for a touchdown. This was a strong way to start the game. He showed a good strong base on this throw, good ball placement, and the ability to operate within the offense and work through his progressions efficiently. This is not a bad way to start the game and not a bad first throw in the NFL. Moving on to the next play, we're going to be running a common concept known as dragon. This is a simple pairing of slants with flats to both sides of the formation, and the tight end is going to be running a simple over-the-ball route. Howell is going to look right to Datsun, who is one-on-one on the outside slant route. Howell gets to the back of his drop, gets a strong base, and with all of his cleats in the ground, he's going to get this ball out quickly on Datsun's body, on the break, to maximize the yards after the catch. This was a nice quick hitter, again showing Howell's understanding, processing, and excellent ball placement. It was also really nice to see that he was building that trust in his receivers to win their route and win at the catch point as the game went on. On the next play, I want to show how that trust he was building with Datsun paid off later in the game. On this play, Datsun's going to be running a simple 10-yard hitch route. He's facing soft man coverage, and Howell immediately looks his way. Howell gets to the back of his drop, and with a good base, rips this ball to the far sideline to Datsun with anticipation. As you can see, Datsun hasn't even made his break yet. The ball is placed perfectly up on Datsun's face mask and allows him to turn upfield and gain additional yardage. Howell clearly was more comfortable as the game went on. Now, after having a full offseason to prepare with the team's starters, I believe his comfortability will be much higher going into this year, and we are going to see plays like this on a much more consistent basis moving forward. The next play is an excellent demonstration of Howell's deep ball accuracy at the snap. Howell looks to the left to hold that middle field safety before taking his eyes to the right sideline toward Terry McLaurin. Howell gets to the back of his drop, gets his base underneath of him, and rips an absolutely beautiful ball up the sideline for a roughly 50-yard gain. Watching it from the end zone, we have a better angle to see the eye manipulation of the safety glancing to the left side of the field before moving his eyes back to the right side. We also have a better view of the ball placement on this deep ball into Terry McLaurin's arms. Howell's deep ball accuracy has been a fixture of his game since his days in college. Seeing it translate into the NFL game gives me strong confidence that this trend is going to continue in 2023. As far as Sam Howell's rushing ability, he's an above average athlete. While he's not the most natural or gifted athlete, he's certainly above average and couples it with excellent vision. His rushing ability is certainly something that keeps defenses honest, especially in the red zone. If he's not accounted for in these situations, he can make defenses pay, as we are seeing on this play now. One thing I observed in this game that I did not see much from him in college was his willingness to slide and protect himself. In college, he was frequently lowering his shoulder and absorbing lots of contact in an effort to gain an additional 2 or 3 yards. He seemingly has a better understanding that sliding to ensure his own health is far more important than taking a big hit and potentially being out a few weeks fighting for those extra couple yards. The final play I want to share with you is Howell's interception. On this play, we're going to be working a high-low read out of play action. McLaurin is going to be running a whip route to the near field, and Cam Sims is going to be working the back of the end zone on this deep over. And we have 2 hitches on the center field. The goal is to get this deep cross isolated in one-on-one coverage with the corner or safety. Howell stared down his receiver the entire way, drifts to the left, and positions himself directly behind his offensive lineman here. He doesn't get his feet set and puts the ball out with a lot of air under it, and the ball gets intercepted in the back of the end zone. Watching it back, it appears he does not see this underneath defender at all and has a little bit of tunnel vision, in my opinion, on this deep over. Mistakes like these are hard to stomach as you are deep in the red zone and almost certainly taking points off the board here with this turnover. In the totality of the game, this was objectively his biggest mistake of the game, and while it was costly, he played a very clean game with the exception of this play, and it's just something that you want to clean up moving into 2023. All things considered, Sam Howell finished his rookie season strong with a good first start to close out the Commanders' 2022 season, moving into 2023 with a new offensive coordinator, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Datsun, and the other pieces in this offense. I believe Sam Howell is in for a successful sophomore campaign and has a chance to establish himself as Washington's starter of the future. As far as expectations, I think it would be reasonable to see a stat line of approximately 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions for Howell by season's end. This is a stat line that I think would get me excited to see more of him if I were a Commanders fan. Those are my thoughts on Howell and the new look Commanders offense. Drop your thoughts on Howell in the comments and what you think his stat line could look like next season. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.